Now in our map.js file, above our map, let's display a button. Now on clicking this button, we will access the current location of the user, and we will set that location in the map so that that location is visible to us in the map. So on clicking the button, we'll be calling a function. So first let's create that function. So let's name this method as getLocation, and because this is a custom method, I have used an underscore before its name. Now before we can access the user's current location, we want to take permission from the user to access his or her current location. So let's import permissions from Expo. So now I'm searching on Google Expo permissions. And here there is an example given to us where we can see how to ask for permissions. So we can see that we can use ask async to ask or request the permissions from user. So now let's come back to our code. So I have imported already the permissions from Expo. So now let's use these permissions and let's write permissions dot ask async, and inside this, when we write permissions dot, we can see that there are a different permissions available to us. For example, calendar, camera roll, contacts, notifications, but we want to use is obviously location. So here we have written permissions dot location, and whatever its return value will be, that is whether the user has granted us permission or not, we'll save that in a variable. But because ask async is an asynchronous call and it can take some time to get the permission from user, here we would not be directly returned with a response from the user. Instead, we will be returned with a promise. So to resolve or wait for that promise to get resolved, we'll write await. And by the way, don't get confused that ask async and get async are two different methods. In ask async, we will ask or prompt the user to grant the request, but in get async, we will be using it to check whether the user has already provided us permission or not, and that value will be returned. Now because in get location we are using await, we have to make get location as an asynchronous function as well. Okay, now whatever value is returned in permit, let's alert that here, and instead of alert, we can also write it inside console.log. So with that, it will be displayed in the console tag in Expo, but just to see, I'm using alert. But the value of permit is a JSON object, and hence inside alert we have to convert that JSON into string, and then we'll alert it. So here I've used json.stringify, and inside it I've written permit. Now on pressing the button, we have to call get location async. So inside on press, we'll be calling that function. Now by clicking the button, we can see that our app is prompting the user to access his or her device location, and when we are allowing it, we are alerting that the user has granted us a permission or not. So the status key in this JSON object, we can see that there is granted in its status is written. So instead of saving the entire permit object, we can just save the status key from the permit object. So here we'll be using JSON destructuring. So we'll be just saving the value of status in a variable named status. And now let's check that if the value of status is equal to granted, we are getting the permission. Otherwise, we will be alerting that the user has not given the permission to access his or her current location.